12?
Got a 12 right there. Popo! Somebody done fucked up.
We got a right here.
Ah, you fucker! Oh, no! 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 Oh, you motherfucker! You under motherfucker son of a mother tit basket ass wipe!
Would you do it like Joseph tries to do it to you? He said, hey, don't talk to me like that, little boy.
I'll just tell him, dude, to cool the fuck down. That, remember, he ain't shit. It's for real, he ain't shit.
Wait, which ones? Did you drink, bro? Did you
No,
drink?
no, no, I pulled that out for you. Like when you got in the car.
Bro, you drink out of it, huh?
No, that was my fingertips. I'm serious, that's my fingertips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I pulled it out for you. So you could drink it again. Those are my fingertips, man. That's not. I didn't drink out of it. I didn't even go in to drink anything right now. Besides, I pulled that out when you.
Because when I came out, you were like you needed.
No. Like I pulled.
Kidding.
Okay. All right.
No, I just say it because I remember I bent the straw, and then when I looked at it, it was like.
Yeah.
Oh. Those two carita chicks walked in, remember? As we were leaving.
Yeah. This is mine. It's water. All you just got was water, dude.
Water?
Yeah, just got water.
A Diet Pepsi.
Oh, you got that Pepsi?
Yeah.
Oh, right on, bruv.
Has Andy tried to contact you or anything?
Yeah, no, we've talked a bit, and actually, we spoke earlier when I was I wasn't at home today. I went to go hang out with my friends Jessica and Lucas. You remember them?
From Bible studies or what?
Yeah, because we're not doing the Bible studies with them anymore. Because with everybody's conflicting schedule, and then with the fact that they're parents and they already have enough on their plate as it is, they can't host us anymore. So,
Jessica and Lucas?
Yeah, they can't host us anymore. So we're looking for somebody else.
Hey bro, that's a girlfriend for you, because you say you don't have any.
Yeah, but with her, okay, but here's the thing with her. She's older than me, and she's a mom, and
Very
she'll talk
Christian.
with. Not really. Like honestly, they're pretty chill. Not to mention, dude, they have hella weed in there, man. They have fucking edibles. They have a fucking bong. Like they have vape.
Bro, I mean, she seems pretty cool.
Yeah, they have vape pens and shit like that. Like, dude, they're fucking. These people, they like to fucking. They fucking smoke they like their weed and shit. Like they like their weed, and I actually took some hits of their
Do they like to? Do you like that?
Motherfucker. Try not to do that because it's raining outside. Woo! Finally! We're getting some fucking rain after.
Yeah, it's been dry and windy, and that's why the freaking fires are going on.
Yeah, and now it finally is raining. Like, finally. Jeez. Come on, bro.
But is Jessica white or?
Yeah, she's white Hispanic. She's half Hispanic on her. I think she's either half or she's fully Hispanic. But she's not like. But she's more of like.
Because Laura looks completely white.
Well, yeah. You fucking. Don't do that shit. I told you, man. It's fucking
that
cool.
one stinks.
I told you. Motherfucker. It stinks, you fucking ass. Is it gone?
Yeah. From my end, it is, but I don't know.
Well, there's nothing over here, so. Besides, like I said, like I wanted to be here in Santa Clarita, because we're usually out in the valley a lot, and I wanted a break, I just wanted to take a little break. But we're here in the valley, so that's what matters. Yep, we're here in the V of SEV. No, I said that shit. Fuck!
We are
I
in
said that shit.
SCV.
Yes, we're in SCV. We're in SCV. Oh man. Also, look, this from the whole thing.
Oh, Chris Benoit.
Yeah, I actually remember watching this when it aired all those years
Did
ago.
people even know that he did that at that time?
No. Well, listen.
Tonight, this arena here in Corpus Christi, Texas, was to have been filled to capacity with enthusiastic WWE fans. Tonight's storyline was to have been the alleged demise of my character, Mr. McMahon. However, in reality, WWE superstar Chris Benoit, his wife Nancy, and their son Daniel are dead. Their bodies were discovered this afternoon in their new suburban Atlanta home. The authorities are undergoing an investigation. We here in the WWE can only offer our condolences to the extended family of Chris Benoit. And the only other thing we can do at this moment is tonight pay tribute to Chris Benoit. We will offer you some of the most memorable moments in Chris's professional life.
What do you want? Medium or?
Give me a medium mocha frap.
Okay. 2 medium mocha fraps, got it. Okay. Hello.
Hi there, welcome to McDonald's. Mobile app today.
No, not today.
What can I get for you?
Can I get 2 medium mocha fraps, please?
Yeah, of course. Is that all for you today?
Yep, that'll be all.
All right, try to pull forward, please. Your total comes out to $6.55.
Thank you. Oh yes, but what they were saying regarding Benoit.
And you'll hear tonight comments from his peers, those here, his fellow performers, those here who loved Chris and admired him so much. So tonight will be a 3-hour tribute to one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time. Tonight will be a tribute to Chris Benoit.
Yeah, that was one of the darkest times in WWE's history. Yes. And then the next night on the show was an ECW. Hold on, I'll show you. Oh.
2 small mocha frappes, $6.55.
Yep.
Would you like a receipt, sir?
No, thank you.
Here you go.
All right, thank you.
Go to pull forward. You're all set, boss.
All right, thank you. You have a good one. Okay. So yes, then after that was this.
On a recent edition of Raw, the WWE presented a special tribute show recognizing the career of Chris Benoit. However, the facts of this horrific tragedy involving Chris Benoit were not known at the time. Therefore, other than my comments, there will be no mention of Mr. Benoit's name in this program. On the contrary, this show is dedicated to everyone who has been affected by this terrible incident. This marks the first step of the healing process whereby WWE performers will now do what they do better than anyone else in the world: entertain you.
Yeah.
Corey revealed everything like right after or during the freaking tribute, huh?
They were finding out. Supposedly, they were.
Because you
finding
said
out.
that was the next day.
Yeah, that he made this on their show called ECW. You're familiar with ECW, right? Yeah, because by that point WWE brought it back as a third brand, where it was Raw, SmackDown, and ECW.
Yeah.
So it was on the ECW show that's when he made this announcement. And yeah, it kind of makes you wonder, why the hell would he praise this guy one night and then go completely out of his way to get rid of all mentions of him from his company the next is baffling. Hello. There you are. Thank you as well.
Well, probably knew that people were finding out that like what happened,
Yeah.
so he had to come out
Because as I understand it, that entire investigation was rushed. A lot of it was not handled properly. You know what I'm saying? It was not handled well, that entire investigation. Which is why Juani Boy, he actually thinks Benoit was framed.
So he believes that Benoit didn't actually kill his wife and his son.
Nope. He believes someone else framed him for it. And he's not the only one.
Like, does he feel it, or does he like gather all the knowledge and like?
From what I've shown of him and from what he understands, he believes enough that he was clearly framed, you know. Now, it's not like we're going to go out on public on YouTube and start saying shit like that, because no. You
probably get canceled.
No, well, no, we get canceled, but that would be for a rightful reason. I'd rather get canceled over that than over some shit like, oh, he's this, he's a racist, he's a sexist, he's homophobic, he's this or that, you know. That'd be a better reason
to. Or a pedophile, even worse.
Yeah, or a pedophile, yes. But you see, that would be a better reason to cancel somebody, is because of the whole Benoit thing.
Yeah. It would be reasonable to cancel you, but like that shit, you have to say that like in person with your friends or some shit.
Yeah. So.
Sorry.
It's okay. But where do you stand in regards to that whole thing? Because I will say to you what
do you think first?
Hold on. I will tell you what certain wrestlers have said. Stone Cold Steve Austin said. His words were, Chris Benoit, as I knew him, great guy. Chris Benoit in the ring, one of the greatest performers of all time.
Yeah.
Chris Benoit, after he murdered his son and wife, unforgivable. And that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And Paul Heyman said something similar.
Like the only way people would like have warning signs that he was like gonna do some shit like that.
Yeah.
Is if like how he acted like.
Yeah, no, but from what everybody has
because
gathered,
the only way that happens is like domestic violence or like domestic.
That's from what they understand, is that Nancy did file charges like that against him and talk about how he was getting increasingly more and more violent over time. Not to mention, most of the guys in the locker room, in the wrestling roster, they talked about how he was very quiet to them. Like he was a nice guy, but he was always very quiet and kept to himself. The only people he talked to were the Guerreros, Rey Mysterio, occasionally Chris Jericho or Edge, and Kurt Angle. Yeah. Other than that, he didn't really talk to anybody like that. He just kept to himself. Now, he was a very quiet dude.
Yeah.
You know? They also talked about how there'd be times where he was nice to some of them, and then there were other times where he would come out completely with acts of rage. In fact, The Miz once talked about how at one point Benoit got so mad at him that he was scared shitless out of his mind. He thought Benoit was going to kill him, but instead Benoit ended up making him, you know, change his clothes and all that outside the locker room.
Yeah.
So he wasn't allowed in with the boys or anything like that. And then there was the one commentator who was on there, was named Jonathan Coachman, who talked about how he was speaking purely from his experience, saying that Benoit actually treated him well. Yeah. Like was actually kind and nice to him and showed him what to do in the ring and all that.
Because if Juan thinks that Benoit was framed,
yeah,
like if that's true, then then his wife lied. I don't know what. Well,
Not his wife.
yeah.
lied.
Well, she's deceased.
Yeah.
Like if she died, like she was killed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, who would frame him? If Juan's like right.
Well, some people have pointed out a few people. The most common one, who has now been debunked, was the wrestler named Kevin Sullivan. He was whatchamacallit, he was actually with Nancy Benoit in WCW.
Yeah.
He actually wrote a story in which Nancy and Chris would be like lovers, but that was kind of an on-screen thing. That wasn't meant to be. And after that whole story settled, Nancy and Chris were in love. And then she was with Sullivan at the time. And then after that, they broke up, and then she ended up being with Chris.
Yeah.
Only thing was that took place many, many, many years before the deaths.
Yeah.
That was around the late 90s was when that occurred.
Yeah.
And they tried to blame it on him, but the problem was he wasn't there at the right place or the right time. So that was kind of ruled out. You know?
Yeah.
Now, what I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. There are a lot of other wrestlers who are kind of in the middle as well. Who they despise what he did, but they won't deny, that he was a great in-ring performer. If he didn't do what he did, he would have been in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
In fact, the only people pioneering for him to be in the Hall of Fame are Vicky Guerrero and Benoit's first son, David.
Mhm.
That was his son from his first marriage,
Yeah.
who is still alive to this day.
Yeah.
And I pity David because, well, he has to live in the shadow of what his dad did.
Yeah.
Anytime people hear his name and they see his face, they think it's Chris Benoit, the guy who murdered his wife and son and then himself. But seriously, he looks almost exactly like his dad, except he's skinny as all hell. He has a little bit of muscle, but he's kind of scrawny. But from what I've seen of David, he's a good person. He's a genuinely nice, wholesome guy. And he wants to get in the wrestling business. And I don't know what it is. I feel like maybe he's trying to either make people try to make people at least try to make some sort of peace with his father and all that. But he actually had the idea of calling himself Chris Benoit Jr. when he got into the ring, and even used his dad's theme song.
Yeah.
And he even thinks that his dad should be in the Hall of Fame. Like I said, the only ones who think that are him and Vicky Guerrero, as far as from what I can recall.
Yeah.
Chavo and Rey Mysterio are kind of mixed about him as well.
Yeah.
Especially Chavo, because... Damn it, boy.
That was silent but deadly.
Motherfucking ass. But yes, yeah, what I was saying right now,
Yeah.
they're on a similar thing. Although the people who have mentioned him the most were, it was mostly Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
In fact, he even said in a podcast that his favorite match, his all-time favorite match, was a match he had with Benoit at the 2003 Royal Rumble for the WWE title.
Mm-hmm.
That was his all-time favorite match. And yeah, he despised what Benoit did, but...
Is there any wrestlers that are like, you know what, he was framed like Juan?
Not any that I can find.
I mean, I don't think they can say that anyways.
No, they cannot. But those who do, they probably keep their mouth shut about that because they know they can't really
Or maybe
say this.
later on, like when they retire, they'll probably
Yeah, even though
say their piece.
even though it's been 20 years, like it's about to be 20 years since what happened with the Benoits.
Yeah.
Because come this July,
Yeah.
will have marked 18 years.
Mm-hmm. Well,
then next
2027, that would be...
July 22nd of 2007 was when that happened. This coming July, that will be 18. Then come next year, 19, and then the year after that, 20 years. 20 years since what Benoit did. But seriously, what he did, what McMahon said about it being a wound that needed to heal,
Yeah.
honestly, it never truly healed. Because if you look at the way wrestling is today, all of it is very much affected by what Benoit did. You know? He left a bad impression of the wrestling world. You know? But even so, that kind of makes you wonder, what if he didn't go through with it? Well, even then, according to Nancy's sister,
Yeah.
regarding Chris, she said that apparently, from what the doctors found, he had an enlarged heart and apparently only had 10 months left to live.
Enlarged heart.
Yeah. Again, 10 months. He had only 10 months left. So, even if he didn't do what he did, he was going to die anyway. But that was from all the steroids and the drugs that he took that caused his heart to get enlarged like that. You know? It was from all that fucked him up like that. So there's
His heart was overgrown and it was way too much for his body.
Yeah. I'd give him, if he didn't do that, I would have given him maybe into early to mid 2008 at the most.
Yeah.
No way would he have been able to go through like 2000, like the latter half of 2008.
Yeah.
Much less even make it to 09 or even 010, or even 2010. You know, he would not have lived to seen at least the first part of the 2010s.
Yeah.
You know, he was doomed either way. You know, he was doomed. Maybe that's what some people think. Maybe that's another reason why, for those who say that he actually did do it of his own accord. Well, maybe that's why. Maybe because he knew his time was up. His time was coming.
Yeah.
Especially in that time, he after his best friend Eddie Guerrero died. Yeah, he was never the same, because they were close friends. They were like brothers essentially. And he did have one other close friend.
What about Chavo Guerrero?
They were pretty good, but they couldn't replace the same bond as he had with Eddie. But Chavo, according to him, he was the last person that Benoit texted before and called before he did what he did. And even towards the end of his life, they said that Benoit was going a little delusional.
Yeah.
He kept thinking somebody was following him, kept thinking somebody was speaking to him or something when no one was. So he was losing his mind, apparently.
I think the most impactful death happened was Eddie Guerrero. Huh?
It was.
They even had shirts of him.
I'm your puppy and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except Guerrero was remembered more fondly.
Yeah.
And still is to this day.
Yeah.
He's remembered with fondness.
Yeah.
But why he died, well, was because even though by that point he already kicked his drug addiction and all that,
Yeah.
by that point the damage to his body was already done. You know, because it was too much for him.
Yeah.
According to the other wrestlers, they said that there'd be times where he'd be coming in all healthy and ready to go, and then there'd be other times where he'd be in the back and be in agonizing pain before a match, like he couldn't even move his body. And they'd give him an energy drink or something to get him up, and then he'd go to the ring and do what he needed to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was fucked up beyond all measure before he went. But still, he at least was remembered with fondness. As I understand it, he was apparently going to win the WWE title again, and was at WrestleMania 22 was supposed to get involved in a feud with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Now that would have been interesting to see.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero versus Shawn Michaels. That would have been
a great match.
They would have. It would have rivaled the match of WrestleMania the greatest match of WrestleMania 21, which was Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
It would have rivaled that,
Yeah.
but alas, it was not meant to be. Oh, fucker.
It's not even Sally.
Yeah.
It's also a nice place.
Hell yeah. See?
It's like
This is-
Granada Hills. It's like
Kind of like Granada Hills, essentially, yeah. And I remember actually a while back, before we just came through that road,
Yeah.
that right there, I'm gonna show you where exactly it stopped. Okay, I want to say around where the stop signs are.
Yeah.
Before that road was built, there was nothing. It was just a pure mountain.
Yeah.
That was it. No, nothing.
Yeah.
Just a pure mountain. There was none of this road. Only recently have they carved into it. And I remember for a few years, this was completely cut off. You know, because they were working on it, and I honestly thought that it was never going to get done, because when I saw it, it looked like it was never going to get done. But then coming through here, I realized, oh, they finally fucking do it. They finally did what they said they were going to do, which was build this.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was just going to be a road. I didn't think they were going to build more houses. But they've built more and more houses.
Yeah.
But yes, having said everything I said, what's your opinion on it? Do you think he was framed, or do you think he genuinely did it? But also, if then, do you think are you one of those people who still watches what he does despite what he did, or are you one of those people who can't watch that anymore? Because I know that there are many people out there, many fans, and even many wrestlers who they can't look at any of what he did, because they'll always be reminded of the murder suicide.
I have to be in the middle, bro.
You're in the middle.
Yeah, I can't be. I mean, like I'm gonna be like, all right, that was fucked up. Like that's evil.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna close. I'm not gonna close the door to the idea of him being afraid, because we don't really know
Yeah.
everything.
And also his accomplishments in the ring. I know for some people they're like they don't care about his accomplishments. They only cared about what he did and the fact that he took lives. Me, I still watch what he does.
Yeah.
I still go in and watch his matches, you know. And you know, in WWE there are many eras, as you know.
Yeah.
Hulkamania was the golden age era, which was from the mid 80s to the early 90s. That was the golden age era. 1992 to 1997 was the new generation era, which is when Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels had their infamous feud.
Yeah.
Then 1997 to 2000 to like early 2002 was the Attitude Era, which was the most famous era of the WWF, and many that fans fondly remember to this day and wish WWE could go back to. 2002 to 2008 was the Ruthless Aggression Era. 2008 onwards was the PG era. I know that from 2012 they started saying like, oh no, like it's the reality era, new era, stuff like that. I'm like, no, I don't view it like that. I still say it's the PG era through and through. You know what I'm saying? Even though during Hulk Hogan's time the WWF was PG, but it was nothing like the PG of today, you know. Where PG today it has to be 100% squeaky clean.
Yeah.
You know, you can't even lace a little joke in there.
No.
You know, because you look at a lot of the cartoons we used to watch, they would lace little adult, you know, innuendos in there.
Even like in SpongeBob and like stuff like our childhood cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in SpongeBob and like in Cartoon Network, like all the freaking like cartoons that we used to watch, we used to be like sex jokes and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, us as kids, like we didn't catch on until we grow up.
Yeah, exactly.
But now, like, you can't even do that.
Exactly. You know, only now more and more people are starting to get away from that whole thing of like, hey, you know, not to be so frustrated over everything, not to be so PC. We won't say woke because, well, I actually looked up the word woke has a different meaning than what they say it is.
No, I know it is.
Yeah. So there's that, and then the other thing is that, well, the whole thing with PC, like even Chase, remember that guy Chase I told you about? Yeah. He and I were talking about how yesterday we were talking about how entertainment these days, yeah, like it's very PC, but they've slowly begun, like most cartoon, like most sitcoms and all that these days are, aside from reality TV shows, they're slowly beginning to reintroduce edginess into it. Yeah. Not as much as it used to be before, but they're slowly beginning to introduce that because they're realizing, hey, they can't, it's not making them money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not making them any money.
Because I think, like, when people call, like, liberals or shit like that woke, it's like more of sarcasm. Like, it's more of like calling them because when they call them woke, it's like basically saying that like liberals are pretend to be like they're aware of what's like, because it's like saying that liberals think they're right and they're like awakened. That's what like nowadays people call woke, but I know woke can be like spiritually woke and stuff like that. But
exactly,
and people say woke like to troll someone. It's mainly because that like the person they're trolling like thinks they're the like right.
Yeah, exactly. And they ain't right. They ain't always right.
Yeah.
Jeez. Also, I'm going through here and I can't believe just how many houses they built over here, man. Like all this, you see all this, like this used to not fucking be here, you know? And here I am, almost 30, and they're building more homes. Like, damn. SCV has really changed from when I first moved here. Like I said, I remember...
Got bigger,
Huh?
SCV got bigger?
Yeah, because they're building a lot more and a lot more homes. You know what I'm saying? They're building way more fucking homes out of there. Jeez, it is...
and like serious. Wrestling nowadays, it's like very like, how do I say, like vanilla. Like
it's very PG-fied.
It's not as entertaining as it used to be. Like even like the freaking divas were like sexualized. It used to be like sexualized.
Although that's the one area that some fans, you know, will kind of agree that that was not as good. That they didn't like how some of them, besides even some of them, like some of the divas that were on WWE at the time, like at that time, many of them weren't even actual wrestlers. Many of them were fucking swimsuit models.
Like models.
Yeah, who had no idea of the business, who didn't know what to do, like, and what the whole business was all about.
I think they just like threw them there so there could be like
they were all just
horny guys like that want to watch them.
Exactly, they were all just eye candy at the time. But conversely, one thing I don't like about some of the women's wrestlers these days, like some of them try to act like fucking men. Yeah, you know, that's another thing I notice about a lot of women. Like some women now.
That's the nature of like
the times, you know.
Like right now, like well, not wokeness, but like you know how.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Many women like want to be more masculine now.
Yeah,
like that's
like my whole thing with that is that I will agree. I didn't want them to just be dumb bimbo fucking eye candy and shit. I don't want that. But at the same time, I don't want them fucking acting like dudes and shit. Like it's not even just from WWE. It's like even most other outside of that too. Like even in general, like you see a lot of fucking women who are trying to act more and more like dudes. Who are trying to
and not too feminine either.
Exactly. You know, I don't like that shit. That shit's fucking annoying. You know, I'm thinking, man, like. You're not a fucking dude. You can't do some of the things you can. I mean,
that's what I say to them, bro. To those women.
Fucking hell, man.
Shit.
Let it out. Air it out, motherfucker. Oh. Fucking ass.
That's what I say to those. It's gone now.
Okay, good. Wow. Huh. You see all this?
Yeah.
This looks even nicer than what you'd see out in the valley.
Yeah.
You know? But anyways, what I was saying is that, yeah, like, I don't like how a lot of women are acting like that these days. You know, just trying to be like men and trying to define themselves as though they are men and trying to fit themselves in men's shoes. That's the one thing that, like, okay, I can see Joseph's point, but the thing with him is that, like, he only views only the negative and doesn't realize, like, hey, and everybody's gonna fall into that, you know?
Because red pill content, like guys only focus on the negative women,
And yet,
and they overemphasize that like most women are like that.
and conversely, blue people, you know, the liberals. Okay, here's how I view both of them: is they both have they both have a very black and white mentality about the world.
Yeah.
Like, for the liberals, they view Republicans as, oh, here are these dastardly, you know, here are these absolute evil old timers with a fucking, even though there are young people that, hey, here are these fucking terrible, dastardly, evil people who don't believe that I should be free to express this thing about myself, and who
They also call him a white racist.
are holding on to old ideologies that should die, you know, and shit like that. And then conversely, you have Republicans who say, oh, damn, look at these nasty, disgusting people who are maiming themselves and who are, you know, who are disgusting, you know, who have no self-guidance,
Yeah.
who, you know, are doing these terrible, terrible things to themselves,
Yeah.
or practically worshiping the devil in a sense, and they must be stopped and all that, you know. It's just stupid. I think that kind of shows that they both have a black and white mentality.
That's one thing that I don't like about like the right, like conservatives.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, like a trans
Yeah.
or like a gay person. Like if they were to, like if a transgender like person came out, or a gay person say like, oh, I'm voting for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they like, let's say they wanted to join the right, like if they like speak in a
No, I got you.
in the audience of full of like Trump supporters and stuff,
Yeah.
like immediately like the right would be like thrown off by it, instead of like giving them a chance to like
Yeah.
support like the right, you know?
No, I got what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about the right.
It's like, yeah, you know, and also, I even pointed out how
And also the right, like if you don't, like, let's say you don't believe in God, right? Like a
Yeah.
person, like they're gonna immediately like put you aside, even
Yeah.
if you like Trump or like and stuff like that.
exactly.
Like they'll just put you aside. Like that's the only thing I don't like about the right. But
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I get you
I
because
think everyone should believe like whatever they want, you know, like and religiously or not.
yeah. But you see, therein lies that, you know, they don't. We often don't understand the fact that, hey, some of us will be different from each other. You know, it's just, you know, and even I even brought up to you about what Abdi showed me in his essay, that in his class, and according to even Alan as well,
Uh-huh.
that they're making it that that transgender ideology, that's a mandatory thing you have to learn for the English major. And I even remember he showed me for his essay. Wait, did you hear that?
Huh?
Did you hear that?
What?
I heard a whoop, and then
Oh, that was me, no?
no, must have been one of the people in there or something. I thought for a second it was a fucking cop or something. You know? Jeez, it was so fucking weird. Anyways, he in his essay, the first few things that are written on there are, and I quote, "Hello, my name is Abdi. My pronouns are he, him." I forgot the, but that was it. That was it. My pronouns are he, him, and I think it had something to do with his sexual orientation as well,
Yeah.
sexual preference. And I thought, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that they're now making kids and students do that now.
Yeah, like it's becoming a mandatory thing, but I think like according to Alan, like you can appeal against that. Like you can make an appeal for that so that you don't have to do that. I'm thinking, dude, that's fucking stupid. Why the hell are they putting that kind of, or why the hell are they putting emphasis on something like that?
That's why the left is like way worse. Despite like we knowing that the right has its problems too.
No, I get you there.
Like they just like the left, they just put like dumb shit. Like what the like? Why do they need to know about transgenderism? That should be up to the person.
Exactly, and I even remember, like even Chase told me about how in his club that he's part of, he
Yeah.
did have someone who was like that, and they did have the whole thing of like pronouns and all that, but he said that he didn't make that mandatory on him. That was totally optional. Whereas now they're trying to make that shit fucking mandatory.
Yeah.
Right after the fucking pandemic, this whole thing is of like it being mandatory grew, you know?
Bro, was that you?
No. I knew that was fucking you. I saw your fucking smirk. I saw you, man. You were watching and fucking smirking.
No, but I'm gonna fuck, what was I gonna say? I was gonna
You were gonna.
it was about this shit about the transgender thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, like I told you about my friend, about Chase, about how the pronouns thing, like that's mandatory now. It's not like before where it used to be optional. He even said like, why the fuck
It
is
used
it?
to be your name, the date.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they write essays, you have to put he, him, or she, her, or whatever. No, I was gonna say ever since like the pandemic, like all this transgender like nasty shit that they try to push on like schools just skyrocketed from then.
Before that shit used to be optional, whereas now they're making that shit fucking mandatory. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Ooh, whoa,
What?
ooh,
Camino Cascada?
Camino Cascada. What the hell? Oh, they're building more houses down here. Ooh. Oh, damn. Jeez, they're really going all in on building more houses out here. Alright, well, don't worry. Don't worry, coppers. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. There. But yes, it should work. Because, yeah, it's fucking stupid how right after the fucking pandemic hits, we see more of this. You know what I'm saying? And it's ridiculous. It truly is ridiculous, man. You know, this should not be a mandatory thing. It should be fucking optional. You know? It should be fucking optional. Plus, you're not going to go to, like, a university is not going to give a fuck about that sort of thing.
It depends which one.
Yeah, but generally speaking, universities, they don't really care. Still. And apparently that whole thing at COC happened right after the previous chancellor of it, Diane Van Cook was her name, after she apparently stepped down and resigned from her position because many people were complaining about her.
Yeah.
I don't know who replaced her, but whoever did, they done fucked up.
Well, didn't Trump sign like something that there's just two genders,
Yeah, but I'm thinking, motherfucker,
male and female?
yeah. Like, even so, it's like, that was always the case, man. It's like, remember, you're not gonna get that shit on your fucking driver's license, man.
Yeah, because there's people like, you know, some like the people that are pushing like the whole like pronoun stuff and like genders. They were saying there was just like over like 30 genders or some shit like that.
I heard somewhere it was 70.
Oh, I don't get it. Like, what's the name of those genders? Like, well, I don't understand.
Techno gendo, Lambo gender, Aluso gender, trigender.
I don't get what the difference is. Like, what is it? Like,
It's just a lot of made up shit that they're just making up.
it's just dumb. Just keep it a 2 and do whatever you want
Mm-hmm.
with your life
That's the
and
whole
your
thing.
body.
Yeah. That Dana tranny said it best about how she's an older tranny and she's been doing this for years.
So she's more wiser.
Yeah, she even said she doesn't get the whole obsession that people have these days with pronouns. Now there's like way more of a fucking massive obsession over that sort of thing than there was before. Before, it wasn't really there. Now, it's fucking everywhere. This whole
Yeah, cause like I'm sure there's trannies that oppose like people pushing transgenderism on kids and sexualizing them. You know,
yeah.
like
There
I'm
are.
sure they are. I'm sure Claudia's one of them.
No, she is, but like I said, she will only go to that side. Like she'll remember she's both. So remember she's a centrist. So she's both. So she'll only go to one side or another if she feels like it affects her. Like remember, she was against that whole Roe v. Wade thing because she felt like it affected her rights as a trans person. She was against Roe v. Wade. You know. Oh yeah. And I wanted to tell you about what
Those are
Abdi.
nice houses, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wanted to tell you something more about what Abdi. Okay, this house I fucking love. I really wish I could own this particular.
one, the inside looks.
Yeah, and plus the
amazing.
balcony that's out there.
Yeah.
You have a great ass view from right there,
Like
man.
a dream house to have.
Honestly, it is. Oh, but this one.
Yeah.
Oh, this one. That's fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
But anyways, what I was saying, what Abdi did, what he did recently.
Yeah.
Okay. He, you already know how he kind of butt into the whole thing.
Yeah.
Last time I spoke with him, I had a stern talk telling him, like, to just stay the hell out of it. Not to be rude or anything, but just,
The Claudia thing, not the.
yeah, the Claudia thing.
Okay.
To just keep his fucking, like, to keep out of it. That this doesn't involve him. That it's between me and Claudia, like, it's between me, Claudia, and Juan, not him.
Holy
And-
shit! I thought there was someone right there, but it's a freaking.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit! I got scared. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, I get you. But yeah, I told him, like, this whole thing, like, don't bring her up. I even told Lance something, just don't bring her up a whole lot, especially because I got pissed because they said, like, I was obsessed over her and all that.
Yeah.
And honestly, with what I told you about what Juan predicted, I kind of thought more about it, and I kind of feel like, honest to God, I feel like with Abdi telling me to do it now, I feel like he's kind of doing it so that I could get it over with because, well, he seems so dead certain about his whole prediction that the whole thing will fail, that the whole thing will not work in my favor, and that I won't.
If you did it right now.
Yeah, and that I should just get it over with. You know, that his whole thing with that was because, that his whole thing with that was because, what I feel like he's doing it so that, okay, take them back. Look at these. Oh, holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit! These houses look awesome.
Well.
The burp. I just wanted to let out a little bit.
Yeah, if you can smell that shit.
Mm-hmm. It's not as bad as the farts, but still kind of bad. But anyways, yeah. What was it saying right now?
That Abdi. Wait, before you say that, my thought.
No.
What Juan is basically saying is like, he thinks that Abdi wants to get this over, so you just like let it go. Or like if it fails.
Yeah. So that's what he's trying to say. I feel like a little part of him, even though this is a little fucked up to say it, if I told him this, he would be so fucking pissed if I told him this to his fucking face that
Abdi?
yeah, that I feel like he kind of wants the whole Claudia thing to fail, not because he actually wants it to, but because he wants to get it over with so that I could move on and I could find someone else, you know? That's what I genuinely feel, you know? That he just wants it over with so that I could find someone else, you know, from there, you know? Even though Juanito Boy has said it himself, like, we know what we're fucking doing. We know what we're gonna do with this, you know? I even made it clear, like, I'm gonna do this fucking my way. We're gonna do this the way me and Juan planned it to be, the way it's supposed to be, not how Abdi tries to fucking set it.
So Abdi just wants you to just risk it and see if like you can pull it off, even though Juan told you it's not the right time.
Exactly, man. And that's why I'm just being more cautious with him, you know? I mean, look, I love that guy, and I respect and I love the fact that he's done so much for me, and like the fact that he's helping me now. I tell me, like, you know, there's certain places to go and everything. I can appreciate and I respect that, and I love him for that. But just this regarding Claudia and everything, this is purely my thing. Plus, I even reminded him of what he told me. That he said, hey, if anything goes wrong, don't bring it to them. That's what he told me. He said, if anything goes wrong, he doesn't want it brought to them. But then the reason he kind of changed his mind because he realized, like, hey, he doesn't want it to where something goes bad, and then I end up like wanting to commit suicide or something like that from it because of how
it's very contradicting how he says like if something goes bad, don't bring me into it, but then he's like getting involved in this and be like, oh, just do it now.
I think it kind of
and he said, oh, I want to be there when that happens.
I think with him, it's the other reason why he said it like that was because he doesn't want to see me get hurt. Is why he's like this. He doesn't want to see me, you know, get hurt by this, and like I end up going through a deep depression, and I end up going through that suicidal phase that I was going through at the time. You know, I ended up being sad and depressed, and I don't bother to like do anything more for myself, basically. That's why he's saying all that, because he doesn't want me to go through that.
Well, doesn't he understand that that's why you're waiting? That right now is not the time?
Alan understands it. I even bring it up to him as well, that right now I'm taking the advice of Juan and even Logan about how, still have that planned, but don't dwell on it right now, which is why right now I haven't really thought about her like as much, because I know that my main priority right now is building myself back up and getting back to work so that I can pay off my debts, so that I can buy a new phone, so that I can eventually save to buy a new car, you know? And because look at this, I'm 2 months into not having a fucking job, man. I've been 2 months without any money coming in. I have to ask my mom for my fucking savings money, you know? Yeah. So it's like, it's just ridiculous, man. Yeah, I've been without a job, but I keep searching. No matter what, I still keep searching because I know something will eventually turn up. It's not like it's not going to be like this forever. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be like this forever. So I just keep going with it, you know? Because I know something will come eventually, and I just got to keep working my ass for it. And like I said, my main thing right now is paying off my debt and getting myself back to being financially stable, like truly financially stable again, you know? And this time, don't fuck it up. Because look at the state I'm in right now, where I only have, I only have $120 in my account right now.
Your bank account?
Yeah, I only have $120 fucking dollars right now. And it's a lot more with that, but I'll get into that another time. But yeah, I only have that much in my account right now. And I had to figure out a lot for myself because, well, my mom ain't gonna fully help me like that, you know, so I'm completely on my own, and I'm struggling to, like, I'm gonna call on Monday, I'm gonna call the EDD, which is unemployment, and I'm gonna ask them, like, hey, like, what, I know I'm disqualified right now, but is there anything I can do, because I really need the money, because right now, I've been without a job for over 2 months right now. Yeah. Like, I do not know what's going on, like, I just want to figure this out and all that, you know?
Yeah.
Because I need that money, okay? I need that money from the EDD. I do not want to, like, go a long period of time without it. You know, I need it, you know. Until I get something. Then when I get something, give it right back to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, just tell them and then be like, hey, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm focusing on. Just getting back to work, fixing myself overall is what I'm trying to do, basically. Just fix myself in general, you know? Fix myself in general because, like, well, I ain't right now, man.
These houses are so nice, bro.
They really are, dude. They are.
Yeah, look at the view you can get from this one over here to those SCV.
Yeah, honestly, you could see the entire east side, like the entire of most of the area of Santa Clarita from up there. You know.
Shit, look.
Now imagine if they took down.
I felt this one.
Oh, that's a pill. That's my vitamin. That's my
I
vitamin.
thought it was like a big or something.
No, that's just a vitamin. That's just a vitamin. But yeah, like right now, my main thing is just trying to build myself back up.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah, because I
like
realized
that's the same reason. Like I'm starting, you know.
yeah, and it's good.
Even though like I don't have like you already have your eyes set on like the person you love, you know.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget, we have the sleepover when Juan gets back.
Yeah.
He's really excited for that. He's really looking forward to it. Oh, did you any word on the days off? Do you have it off or what's up with it?
But I already requested them. I just have to wait for them to approve them until they put the schedule. Like,
okay. But you let them know well ahead of time.
yeah, I just need to go. I went on the app and I just requested those days, and then when they schedule me for that week or whatever, they just give me those 3 days off.
Okay, good.
I'm excited for that. Like, I mean, I'm gonna write a list of things that I'm gonna ask on that reading, so that way I don't forget to ask something, you know.
Yeah. Me and Juan are also going to have a private talk when I get up there, because there's some things we were going to talk about for that hangout I told you about, but because he got grounded, we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about it, me and him, when he gets back.
Yeah.
When we have our sleepover, we're going to talk about it right then and there.
Yeah, I was saying like how you're trying to build yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had to build myself up.
Yeah,
like,
see?
that's like we both are like starting to
build ourselves up.
Like we're starting to realize that like what we have now, it's not good enough, you know.
Yeah.
Well, for us at least.
Yeah.
If we like want to make progress. Because, you know, like imagine me like still being like how I like.
Yeah.
Like until like a year from now or shit like that.
Yeah. Like that's why I was hard on you, because I didn't want you to continue to be that way. I wanted you done with that, you know, because I had to get you out. I know I was harsh on you, and I apologize for that, but I had to be hard on you, man. Because remember,
I'm glad you're good. Like,
yeah, because remember that you just started. It just started, you know. We can't afford to be like this, you know.
The last time that I was like that was the 12th, 11th.
Yeah.
Yeah, and ever since then, it's about, I think it's like 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
Or just like
oh no, I understand you.
Like things that used to like trigger me and like piss me off and depress me. Now I just like let it, like I just soak it in and just like
you just accept it for what it is. Okay.
Like, that's how I see it now.
Okay, good. Good, and that's the way you should keep it, man. Because, you know, I understand this stuff is, most of this stuff that happens is not easy for anyone to deal with, you know what I'm saying? It's not. You know, especially the dreams that you had. But like I told you, you have to fight it. And I'll be honest with you. I want you to tell me, has anything like those dreams happened to you recently? Is there anything you want to talk about like that? Anything at all?
No.
We have. You're sure?
No, I mean, you guys are not calling me like a loser or failure. I mean,
No.
because I remember that the last dream that I had like that. I mean, I told you, right?
That?
Like,
Yeah. It was us calling you that?
It was like more of like get out of here shit like that. But
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
I was like walking like this.
No,
It's
yeah,
like
sure.
nighttime, and then it was like a house, a big house, like just
Yeah.
like the ones that we passed by right now.
Yeah.
It's like music blasting and lights and stuff, and then I just went in there.
Yeah.
I just like walked past a bunch of people where I couldn't see their faces.
Yeah.
There was like a bunch of talking and stuff. I didn't even understand what they were saying, but then I just walked to the backyard
Right.
where the dance floor is and shit like that. And some random house, like I never, my dream.
Yeah.
And I told you, like basically like almost every friend that I have or people that I know, like, hey, like get out of here. No one wants you here, shit like that. But it's like,
Yeah.
now,
You know.
like, I just know it's a dream, so it doesn't get to me. Like,
Yeah. So that did happen recently. But
No,
you-
that was the last dream that I had. Well,
That was the last one?
Yeah, the one I even texted you that like
Okay,
a
okay.
couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I haven't had those dreams.
Good. Which is good. That's progress. That's progress. You know, I'm glad. Because again, you shouldn't be having that sort of thing happen to you. That's a terrible, terrible thing to go through. That much I will say right now. It's a terrible thing. You know, I can't relate to that sort of thing. Yeah, I have bad dreams of my own, but like nothing to the degree of what you went through. You know, I haven't had anything like that. It's just mine are just wild and weird and so many things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, dreams in general, like not all dreams, but like most dreams don't make sense at all.
Yeah, typically.
It's like random shit happens in dreams.
No, typically that is true. That is true. That.
And you don't even remember the whole dream. You just remember like the pieces of it.
Yeah, you remember the like certain sequences
Yeah.
of it, but you don't get the whole picture.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get the whole picture of it.
Because one second you're in one scenario of the dream, and the next second you're in a whole other place.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean,
You know, but stuff like that happens. You know, stuff like that happens. But you know, you gotta learn how to fight it. You know, that's what matters. You fight that stuff.
how is Juan doing in Mexico?
He's good. He's good. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. So, what we were saying right now? Yeah. You just gotta, you know. I mean, it's not really a matter of toughing it out as it is, you know.
do it right now, but
But now he's agreed to stop. He's agreed to not get involved. He said, like he even said today. Oh yeah, well I was gonna bring up what he did 2 days ago. He ended up messaging Juan, and it really pissed Juan off because he said Kevin needs a girlfriend. Well, first what happened was he responded to on Snapchat. He responded to Juan's story where he posted his this caldo that his family made.
Yeah.
It was a chicken soup. Looked hella good. He posted that, and then after he responded, just said yummy, and then but he didn't respond to that. But it was what he said next, which was what I just said right now, where he said Kevin needs a girlfriend, and that pissed him off because we thought it was because Abdi wanted to get involved in that whole thing again, even though we told him not to, even though we told him that it is not his fucking business, you know. And that's what I mean.
was he just like? Because I didn't know if he was just like joking around. Like, or was
Actually, he talked to me
serious?
about it today. No, he talked to me about it earlier today. He told me that the reason he did that was because he was trying to get a reaction out of Juan, just to see what it was, just for the hell of it. Like he wanted to know, like, if Juan was going to either say, "Okay, I'll help him," or "Why don't you help him get a girl?" He was just wondering about that. You know, he was just curious on that.
How is Abdi gonna help you like get a girl?
Yeah, I know. If he
Can't get
struggles to get one himself, you know, he really, really struggles to get one. You know, like he really, really struggles to get one girl. You know, I'm the complete opposite of him. Out of everyone, I have the highest body count. Not that I'm proud of that, but it's just a scientific fact. I have more bodies than anyone else.
So what did Juan say? Like, how did you know Juan was pissed?
He texted me. He texted me that as soon as Abdi started texting me.
So what did Juan say to you? Like, how do you know Juan was pissed? He just
No, he told me like he was like he told me straight up like, hey, this really pissed me off, you know, because he really didn't like it. He didn't respond to Abdi. He asked me like, if he just told him like, no, just don't respond. He's like, okay, yeah. I just told him, don't worry, everything's gonna be good. That I will take care of it. I even told him that if he wanted, in that moment that me and him were talking, I could call Abdi right then and there and set him straight. But he said no.
Like a three-way call, or
No,
just
not a three-way call. Just one-on-one, me and Abdi.
Yeah.
Because right now I haven't called Juan since he left from Mexico. We haven't had a call.
Just been texting him. So
Yeah, it's just been
messaging.
just texting and Snapchat. That's all we've done.
Mhm.
Just texting and Snapchat. But yeah, he's been doing, you know, he's having fun down in Mexico. He's really having a blast. He's constantly going to his tia's house.
Does he go to the beach in Sinaloa?
No, he hasn't. Not that I'm aware of, but I think he might do that. You know, we'll have to wait and see.
Or there's some baddies there in Sinaloa on the beach? Like in the beach?
Yeah. But no, but he's doing good. He's doing good.
So you were like pumping yourself up in case Juan was like, hey, set this guy straight.
No, I just told him, hey, don't worry, I would take care of it.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
I took care of it.
But did you like go off on him? Like when
On
you called
Abdi?
him? Yeah. When,
No. At first, I just brought it up to him like right as he called me.
Yeah.
I just brought it up, and that's when he was just like, nah. And then I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which I kind of found it a little weird that he did that, but okay.
Mhm.
You know. But then after that, we moved on to some other topics, and I was only on the phone with him for like 7 or 8 minutes, and then after that, he had to go. So took care of all that, and then that was it from there. Oh, I was going to tell you about Isaiah. Okay, so Isaiah had been studying for the last 6 months or so
Yeah.
to be, excuse me, EKG technician. You know what that is, right?
EKG technician?
Yes.
No, I don't know what that is.
Someone who, it's in the medical field. It's someone who runs like the machines that operate your heart and everything.
Yeah.
It's basically somebody who helps run that. That's actually one of the best, minimum, that's actually one of the best jobs that you can get, you know. Even if you don't want to be in the medical field, it's really, really easy to get into. Besides, in that one, it takes like less than a year to get into that. You know what I'm saying? It takes less than a year to get involved in that sort of thing. So yeah, they were so they basically he finished his courses and everything. He finished those courses, and he applied for a job at Henry Mayo, the one here in Santa Clarita, that's further down there, further down south. He's been working at this one warehouse that his dad would own. It was called JPM, John Paul Mitchell. You already know that his dad passed away not long after mine passed away. But him, it was because of COVID, and I think he also had cancer at the time.
Yeah.
So that caught up to him, and unfortunately, he didn't make it. And it was very sad about what happened to his dad. And I never met him.
Basically, the COVID sped up his cancer.
Yeah, and from what I understood, his dad was one of the owners of that place.
Yeah.
He ran that place. Oh yeah, back there was where Alan's house is, or used to be. I'll get into that in just a minute after I finish up with Isaiah. So, yeah, Isaiah he's well known by most of the people in there. He has a really good reputation. He's a good guy and all that. And he was known as the boss's son and everything, and he was well respected. What was I saying about him?
He was well respected because of his
yeah, he was well respected there for being the dad's son, and it's not like he was spoiled. Like he knew his value. He knew to respect people in there, and yeah, he'd just been stuck working in there for the past few years, and he'd been trying to get out for a very, very long time. He was trying to apply to different places and all that, but he finally. He'd been trying to find something, but he didn't know what to get. But then after he discovered the EKG stuff, that's when he decided, okay, he was going to study for that. But yeah, after he discovered it, he decided to go forward with it even more because he wanted to really go through with it, and he wanted to because again, it's a well-paid job. Okay? It's not like it's just some random shit. Over there, you get paid $30 a fucking hour, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
It's almost double what I get paid.
Yeah. Okay, but anyways, what I was saying, that you get paid $30 an hour, that's the kind of thing where you never get less than $30 an hour, okay? That is always a starting point, is $30 an hour. Not like most jobs out here, there's mostly like 15, 16, 17, even though it's supposed to be $20 an hour now. Most of those motherfuckers fucking cheaped out and shit. But
how much are you getting paid on?
In the warehouses?
Yeah.
They were all mostly 16 an hour. 16 to 17 an hour on average. The highest one I ever got paid in was the last one I worked in. That one was 19 an hour. That was the highest I've ever gotten paid. Ever. And I'm like, damn. But Yeah, Isaiah, he'd been studying for that for a while, and he applied to work at Henry Mayo.
Yeah.
He did his interview recently, and he had a second round of it. And then after his second round, they told him, hey, congratulations, welcome to Henry Mayo.
Yeah.
So he finally has a job there. And over there, you get paid, it's not just 30 an hour, you also get 12-hour shifts for 3 days out of the week. Imagine how much.
It's not bad.
Dude, you're making hella bank off of that,
Yeah.
Because that's the thing in that field. They're always going to need people. They're never not going to need people because it's the medical field,
Yeah.
They're going to always need someone to help, They're going to always need someone to help. No matter what, they're going to need it. So that's why they that's why he got into it, because he knew like it's never a field where he's never going to not have money. Hold on. But yeah, you're never not going to need help in the medical field. You're always going to need it.
Yeah.
So that's why he got into, because again, in that field, you're never not going to get it.
What happened?
Sorry, it's because I'm trying to find my charger. Do you see my charging cable? The black one? No. I think I might need to pull over somewhere and check in the back. But yeah, like that whole thing. Yeah, that's a field that you're never gonna not need help in. They're always gonna have work.
Yeah, because there's always gonna be sick people.
Exactly. Exactly. And the other reason he got into that is because he knew that at his current job with John Paul Mitchell, he was never going to make enough money to where he could work and then go back to school and get into the career he actually wants to get into.
Yeah.
I think it's engineering.
Yeah.
I think it was that. But I'm going to ask him again. But yeah, he wants to use it so that way he can work, make all the amount of money he needs to make, and not just pay off his bills, but also save for himself so that he could do whatever he wants to do. That's another reason why he got it.
Yeah.
And Abby had been encouraging me to get into that for a while, and I would, but just the thing is, right now I'm broke as hell. Man, I can barely even think about what to do next and everything. That's my main thing right now, is just going back. But yeah, that's why Isaiah got into it, because again, he'd be helping people and he'd be in a field where he would get paid well. Again, never not have to worry about a job.
Yeah.
Again, 30 a freaking hour, man. Now that's a steal.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a steal. That's good money. I mean, I'm thinking when I do go back to work, eventually, after I...
Did you fart? I didn't fart, bro.
I thought you did. Dude, I swear I
didn't
thought
do
you... No, I didn't do that. I
thought you did, because you lifted yourself up a little bit. I was like, what the hell?
I didn't even do... I didn't even move my fucking legs.
I didn't fart, bro.
No, but for real, he can do whatever he wants, pay off his bills, and he can be free to do whatever he wants. But he even said that at the same time, he was also thinking about doing a little partnership with me and 2 other people that he knows, so that we could go around doing car detailing, detailing people's cars and all that. He wants to do that because he knows as well, it's better to make some extra money on the side as well, so that way, if you ever if you ever need to worry about like, hey, you got to do something and all that, like, you know, you need extra money, then you have more extra money because there's never not enough money, you know. Especially in today's current economy, like you can never not have enough money, man. So that's why he wants to do that idea that I talked to you about.
You say you were gonna say something about a land?
A land?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he moved. I told you.
Does he still live in SCB?
Yeah, he's somewhere around this area. We haven't gone to his new house yet, but he whatchamacallit, he's really going forward with the whole thing. They're renovating some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's renovating and all that, so he's gonna get that settled, and then after that he'll take care of it. You know, he'll be good. He'll be set from right there. But still, he'll be fine. Okay, now we'll start making our way back to the valley so that I can drop you off and then I can head home. But what I was saying, yeah, Abdi might go into that as well, but he's unsure. Mainly because of like
Was in one of his priorities to like find a woman?
Oh yeah, but he hasn't really brought it up right now. Well, I mean, he brings up like wanting to get laid and everything, you know.
Just take him to the mall, bro. Just
Yeah,
let him ask a
but just
bunch of
the whole thing
girls.
is like we haven't been able to schedule anything properly. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been able to schedule a proper hangout.
But I'm sure he just watched from a distance. Huh?
Well, we're gonna try to like make it to where we all get to like, you know, where he doesn't do that. You know? Still, it is what it is. But on from them to a land like I told you, like that. Oh yeah, Isaiah. That's what I wanted to tell you regarding him. That's his current situation. He's like I said, he's gonna be like he'll let us know when he's free to hang out. But right now, he's just focusing on just renovating, like on getting those renovations done. You know, getting that settled, and then you know just getting fully more settled, and then he'll text us a new address, and then we'll go hang out with him there.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, good for him. You know what I'm saying? Good for him.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's Sahoy. Ah, yes, this fucking idiot, dude. Oh my god. Jeez, look at this guy. Oh, here. If you don't want too hot, I'll lower the heat for you. There we go. How about it? When we talked about wrestling, you didn't think I was going to get that into it, huh?
No, because when you said Chris Benoit, my way, I remember him for something.
Yeah, and it was for that.
Yeah.
It was for those murder suicides.
That's
yeah.
a whole rabbit hole.
It is. You know, it's why again, when it comes to their eras, their great times in WWE, they don't really like to dwell on the ruthless aggression era. They go more for the attitude than ruthless aggression. But only recently have they started ramping up the whole thing for ruthless aggression.
Yeah.
Because they know that more and more people who grew up with ruthless aggression are getting older, and they're now having more nostalgia for that time.
Yeah.
You know, But it's kind of hard for them
Like
to like.
me.
Yeah, and like me too, because I grew up in that time too.
Like ever since I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah. When do you recall? Oh yeah, you said 5. You were born in 2000, right?
No, 99.
Oh, 99.
October 28, 1999.
Oh, okay. Got it. But yeah, like the whole thing with him. Yeah, like I said, I know that that's a very touchy subject for most people. You know, they don't even like to bring up that whole thing because what? Okay, I farted. Because what he did, easily the worst thing that has ever happened in easily the worst thing that's ever happened in the history of this industry. But still, I'm not going to be one of those people who doesn't, who can't enjoy what he did, his accomplishments and all that. Yeah, like I said, Kurt Angle, even Randy Orton even brought him up, and hell, even Batista brings him up as well when he can, He even said himself, like he said, he despised what Benoit did, but he wasn't going to let that erase him from his life. Because he can't go on and pretend like he never existed, because that's disingenuous to what he accomplished in the ring. Even though Batista now, he sucks.
So woke.
Oh yeah,
he's someone you would call woke.
Yeah, no, he is hella woke.
They're gonna endorse Kamala.
Not just that, but he also fucking goes on about how he's the son of a fucking lesbian and shit. Because his mom's lesbian. Well,
it looks weird as hell because he lost a whole lot of weight. He's like all skinny and freaking white hair, like shit.
Yeah, and not to mention he's completely covered in tattoos. Like almost completely, his entire body is almost completely covered in tattoos, man. I think he should have not put on more tattoos after like 2010. And I think as far as his muscle mass goes,
he should have left his muscle mass because he looked better when he had the muscle.
He did, honestly, he did. If he does ever bulk up again, I want to see him go back to being as bulked up as he was. Like, if he can't go back to how he was in the early 2000s, like from 2000 to 2003, because that's when he was at his heaviest.
Yeah.
Around there, he weighed 315 pounds. Yeah, like 300 and he weighed 315 pounds. Actually, his heaviest weight was actually 350. That was the heaviest he ever weighed.
One wrestler that did put on a little weight was The Undertaker.
But then he slimmed down.
Yeah.
But Batista really lost all that fucking muscle.
Yeah.
He was a giant, and then he fucking let all his muscle go. I think if he couldn't go back to being as big as he was, like again, the 350 or 315, if he couldn't go back to that, then I would say that at the very least he should have stayed as much as he weighed in the early 2010s, like from 2009 to 2010. I think if he was going to stay at a certain weight, I think he should have stayed at that and not put on more tattoos than that.
Yeah.
Because after that, he just began to put on more tattoos and he began to lose more of his muscle.
Yeah.
He was still big, but over time, like you see that he's let himself lose all his muscle.
Yeah.
Now he's 240 pounds and scrawny as fuck. Also, did you know that he got into a real fight with Booker T and lost?
A street fight?
Yeah, he got into a real fight because it was when they were filming promotional material for SummerSlam of 2006, where Batista wasn't, he said at the time, he didn't have anyone to compete with. And that's when Booker took offense to that, and they got into like a heated argument. Then they went into a room to discuss it more, and then apparently they got into a big fight with Booker knocking Batista out on his freaking ass. With even Finlay, one of the wrestlers in Finlay, he even pointed out how Booker had a black eye after he got out of that fight.
Well, I know they're just like wrestlers that entertain, but I'm sure they can fight.
Yeah. There are wrestlers who
Like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Oh, Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he's still as big as he was back then. He's still as big as he was in that time. He never let himself go. He always kept his muscle. He always wanted to maintain himself as the fucking beast.
Like, what do you think about like WWE like bringing like Logan Paul and stuff?
I never liked that. I know
And
they brought
Speed too.
and who?
Speed? You don't know Speed?
Who was Speed again?
Some like the black streamer is like short.
Oh, I think I might know it. Also, another one who they brought in was fucking. You know they brought in fucking Bad Bunny for a while.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah, they fucking brought Bad Bunny of all fucking people in. Because they wanted to.
So what did you think about the Logan Paul thing? Like,
I think that's stupid. I think that's stupid that they brought that fucker in there, especially knowing what he did.
yeah.
Like the fucking weird thing. It's like, oh, they want to erase Chris Benoit, but they want to bring in someone like Logan Paul, kind of the dude who fucking made fun of dead people in Japan.
Yeah.
They can get the
Like,
fuck out of
that's
there.
like it's factual that because he actually filmed a dead person.
Yes, and he made fun of someone. who
Chris
was fucking dead.
Benoit is like how do I say? Like, it's not like proven yet. It's just like
Even though
hearsay.
I have a theory that the true extent of what Benoit did will likely come forward either when we're old as fuck or after we die. Because if there's one thing to note about history,
Yeah.
the truth always comes out. If there's a big mystery out there, doesn't matter how long ago it was, the truth, what actually happened in that time, always comes out.
Who
Years
knows?
later.
His son might bring the truth.
Huh?
Who knows? His first son might
Yeah.
might know something.
Same thing with Senior McMahon. Even though Vince McMahon himself is fucking insane. You know, he only sleeps 2 hours a day. Yeah, he sleeps 2 hours a day. That
No
fucker.
wonder he looks tired.
Yeah, 'cause again, he only sleeps 2 hours a fucking day. And he went through the reason he's so crazy, he had a very fucking weird life. He was abandoned by his mom when he was he was abandoned by his dad. Then he was sexually abused by his mother. Then he was forced to go to military school. Oh, and he went through so much, and good old Vinnie Mac eventually became, well, what he became when he was in his 30s.
Bro, would you get in the ring with Paul Heyman?
Anybody in their right fucking mind can be fucking Paul Heyman, man. He may talk about ECW, but hey, he can't be extreme like how ECW was when it was still on air. Because ECW, when it was on air, like when it was on air in the 90s and into like the very, very early 2000s, was where it was at. But the WWE's version of ECW, when they brought it back as a third brand, that fucking...
Didn't fall.
Oh, sorry, I keep thinking it, sorry. Seriously, he fucking sucked. Like, the ECW at the time fucking sucked ass.
Yeah.
It was a far cry from what it was, you know? And actually, I recently saw that Paul Heyman revealed some stuff regarding Benoit and ECW, because Benoit and Eddie Guerrero were in ECW in the early, like the late 90s. But then they both went to WCW. Go through Sand Canyon, but we're not going to go up the mountain. We're going to go another way to get back home. Beautiful. Can't get enough of Santa Clarita, man. I cannot get enough of Santa Clarita. So I want to stay here longer. Oh, wait. I want to show you something. Look at this. You remember the Battle of the Billionaires when Donald Trump was in WWE?
Yeah.
Oh, him, they definitely don't want to bring up him because of all the controversy surrounding him.
Yeah.
You know?
Like before he got into politics, huh?
Yeah. He was a hell of a controversial... Like, he wasn't controversial. He was just there. But only after the politics, after all the stuff he said, did he become the controversial figure he is today. Even though you already know you voted for him and then I voted for him as well.
Well, it's controversial for like people that
despise him.
Yeah, or, like watch on like mainstream media.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's his name? Kyle. He's a liberal, bro. I know he says he's independent, but like,
no, I'm sure.
with all
I
respect,
always remind him of that, because like I even told him that, and that never once have I ever heard him say anything good about Republicans. I always hear him like speak down on Democrats and shit. You know, like he always speaks down on Republicans. Like I said, I've never heard him say anything good about Republicans in the slightest. But still, I don't let that get to me.
No.
I love him, so plus you know how close I am with him.
yeah.
Been good for years. I love him enough to work past that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jeez, this guy. Okay.
Remember last time we were watching Something's Wrong with like Chris and remember?
Oh, Christian Miracle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, here's the... Oh, no, wait. No. But before I show you the Battle of the Billionaires... Okay, now that was me. Oh, here we go.
Did you say it sounded like a duck, bro?
A duck?
Why? Yeah, you can admire his work all
Here you go.
want. You know what? You can admire his work all you want, but I'll give you my take on it. Since you want to keep on yelling at my boy. 3 people died in that house that night. 3, I don't care about CTE. 3 people died in that house that night. Only 1 person had the choice behind it. The other 2 didn't have a choice to die. So if that's your boy, fuck you. As a performer, amongst the 5 greatest I've ever seen in my entire life. As a performer, loved having him at ECW, was going to make him the ECW World Heavyweight Champion, was going to put him in a feud with Eddie Guerrero that would have carried us. The very first pay-per-view was going to be Sabu versus Taz, Tommy Dreamer versus Raven.
Here we go.
Chris Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero. If we had gone on pay-per-view in '96, that would have been our first pay-per-view. So as a talent, remarkable. As a human being, I don't care about CTE. I don't care what the reasons are. Nancy and Daniel had no option. He did. Fuck him.
That's kind of what I think.
What?
That's kind of my thing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like I said, I'm not going to be those people who disregard, what he did in the ring because of what happened. I'm not going to disregard it. Now, for the Battle of the Billionaires. When McMahon got his head shaved.
This may be the most important message you'll ever hear.
Here we go. WrestleMania 23. This is the first WrestleMania where they had it in stadiums instead of an arena. Sorry. Oh, no, please. No. Oh, my God, no. Donald Trump has been doing the honors. Oh, my God. One billionaire saving another billionaire's head. And King, one of the great mysteries of life, has just been discovered. It was Mr. McMahon's real hair all along. And he just lost it. I first saw this scene again. I was on the floor. I was rolling. I was fucking heaving, man. That's why I love this shit, man. This I can appreciate from way back when.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is having a little too much fun here, Jeff. They're actually saving Mr. McMahon's hand. They've been distracted. Hey, be careful. WrestleMania 23 may be all grown up, but Mr. McMahon's hair has been all cut off. That was fucking hilarious.
The lowest priced health plans at Health for California. Get a quote in 30 seconds. Find top carriers like Anthem.
I would never let anyone shave my hair.
I want to shave Abdi's head bald.
Because I don't...
I want to shave his fucking head bald. But, like, he said he'd fucking do it if we pay him to do it. Like, if we fucking give him money to do that shit, like, he'll fucking do it. Oh, I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you a little video documentary regarding the Benoit incident. And after that, I'm gonna show you one of wrestling's biggest one of wrestling's biggest heel turns, the Montreal Screwjob. Okay, here we go.
This is purely a journalistic point of view. Nothing more has been said in this video other than that of which has been reported by various media sources and backed up with sources seen at the end of this video.
It's hard to believe it's been over 10 years since the Benoit murder-suicide shocked the world. Even now, most